We are back for day 3 of our advent calendar. So here we go. So we did 2 cards over the last couple days. We're doing this one next. So let's go ahead and pop this open. I am pretty excited. It's such a small little container. So we'll see what we get here. I'm kind of looking forward to it. All right. Trying not to, but I don't think I have to be concerned about ripping the things. They're pretty clear. Oh, look at these. Look at those, you guys. They look like, okay, let's see what they are. These might be, they almost look, so obviously they're loose leaf items, right? So, yep. So you know what we'll do? We'll have to use our take your pick tool. These could go in a shaker card, or we could just glue them right on our card themselves. Well, those are beautiful. They're like a gold. Yeah, they're gold. They're gold with a little copper on them. Wow, there's a whole bunch. All right, there we go. It's like the show Chopped, right? We opened our basket. Now we have to go figure out what we're going to do with it. All right. Well, I do have something here with me in the room. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. So I said I wasn't going to use the in colors, but I brought them in just in case. And you know what? I think I'm going to use them. I think I'm going to use one of these colors. And I'll tell you what else we're going to use. We're going to use these labels. So I think, I think I'm going to use this. Yep. Well, I think I'm going to use the orange, which seems just really a little odd, I guess, but that's what we're using. So let me see if I have a full. I do. Okay, so we'll use a full piece of orange. We'll figure out our label when we get there. I would use the strawberry slush, but to be super honest with you, I've used that a lot. And that's the only reason why I'm thinking I might go with something different. All right, so here is our card base. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do. So we're going to cut it 5.5. And and then we will score it at 4.25. So I think we're just going to do a regular, I think. Yeah, we're just going to do a regular fold. Okay. Regular fold. So 4.25 we'll score across that line. And we will make this our card base. All right. Now, I think what I want to do is, let me see. So this paper has Timid Tiger. So I think we're going to take some color in here. I think what I want to do is take a piece of I think I want to use the orange, and I think we'll use the orange. I kind of like this color too, believe it or not, like the Secret Sea. That's a little. All right, let's see what else we have here. Another color. What do you guys think? We've done. We kind of did a monochromatic card yesterday. So you know what? We're going to use this piece here. It is the Secret Sea. And that's a really pretty That's a really pretty color. All right, so we're going to use that. And, oops, sorry for all the crinkling. And we're going to use a piece of the Secret Sea base too. So I have a strip here. I'm going to see if it's large enough. And I think we're going to take it across our card this way. So we're going to cut this at 4 1/4. And this strip is 1 3/4. Okay, so it's 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. And we're going to put that over, like, just right across the piece here. And we're going to go ahead and emboss that. And we are going to emboss it using the Soft Waves embossing folder. This is so lovely, and it makes such a great impression on our paper. So I just have to think about, I think I want the waves to look like swirls. So we're going to go ahead and just pop this in over here to my right, and we'll just put this in real quickly and get that in here and run it through. Okay. All right, so I think we're going to have a piece like that. And then I think I'm debating if I want this over top or underneath. And I think I want it underneath. So this one is 1 3/4. And I think we're going to make this one 1 3/4. And I'll tell you why. It just keeps our measurements nice and simple. And we're going to do this 5 1/2 as well. So this is going to go top to bottom on our card. So we're going to add this right here. And we're going to add this, I think, right here. Yeah, I think we're going to add it right like that. And then we're going to add some color. All right, so one of the things, we have these here. And what I'm thinking about doing when I saw these, I thought, oh, they look like little, like pots of gold, right? So what I'm wondering is if we have this and then we put kind of maybe one up here and one down here, or we could do just one, we could do 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's what I think we're going to do. So we're going to pull out that die and put that, you know, in these 3 spaces, and we're going to use some of our other colors like yellow and the Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger. So we're going to just get this back out, and we're going to get that rainbow die. I'm just wondering if there's going to be a rainbow stamp. You guys thought about that? I don't know. I don't know. But let's see. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have one in white. We have, let's find a piece here. By the way, if you guys have never purchased these packs that have just kind of a sampling of paper in them, they're quite nice. They're a great way to get a little bit of paper in the various colors. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take a piece of this yellow, Darling Duckling. I don't know why I keep calling it. It is yellow, right? So we're just going to bring this over and create a strip. And that will be enough for us to cut out one of those. And then we have, I will take a small piece of this strawberry slush as well. All right, there we go. Now, just to save on time, I think I showed this before, but a nice little tip is we're just going to double this paper up. I'm going to put this right on and run it through the cut and emboss machine. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is what I would like to do is to take, I'm just looking at this and thinking, do I want this piece yet? Or maybe do I just want to put these down over this cloud cover? But I like this because it looks like a cloud. Maybe I will put it underneath, you guys. What do you think? I do not know. Decisions, right? Well, this is right where we kind of do a little playing around here of what we want our card to look like. Oops, it goes like this, and like this, and like this. And I am really thinking I like just something simple like that. Okay. We are going to maybe save this for another time. All right. And we are going to cut out a piece of the cloud cover. And we are going to make a strip that is 2 inches by 5.5. Okay. So we're going to cut down a piece that is 2 inches by 5.5. And that way, we're going to have a bit of, perfect. We're going to put a small border around our piece of cardstock, or our piece of designer paper. And then we're going to just float those beautiful rainbows all the way down the side. All right, so here we go. So this is our going to be our strip, which, by the way, if you guys are ever without a lot of paper, you could cut just 2 very thin strips and just glue them right up next to your piece of designer paper, and that will save you on cardstock. So if you are like, oh man, I'm running low, then that's an option for you. Okay, here we are, right? Our glue dilemma, our adhesive dilemma. What I do is I'll take your pick tool, I stick it down in there, and a lot of times we'll get the little burger that is preventing it from coming out. There we go. You would think I would test that first, right? Kind of test it. All right, here we go. Okay, we're gonna pop this down right here. This whole creativity on the fly, instead of planning something, I was posting the videos on YouTube, and it's funny how they go a lot longer. So forgive me. You can love the fact you can fast forward, right? Okay, so there we go. So now let's take our pieces, and what we're going to do is we're going to put them just at various angles here. Okay. And we're going to put, I think we can fit all 4. Nice. Maybe not. I only have 3. What do you think about that? All right. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to use these 3. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and glue all these down. And we're going to glue them directly down. I was thinking about maybe doing something with dimensionals, but honestly, I think that might take a lot of time. And it just might not give us our desired effect. So we'll just stick with glue. Okay. Now, as you're doing these very small pieces like we are, the other thing we could do, because we're going to fill in these bars, is conceivably we could kind of just put glue right here and then just make sure we have glue around the edges. And then when we go to set this down, we just cover up our gluey spot. And now we are going to take all of these fun pieces that we cut out, and we are going to start putting them. All right, so let me look over here because I want to use one of these for our sentiment. And I'm hoping I can find one that might be, you know, fairly kind of small, and it might just be this one here. And the reason I wanted to use one of these is I wanted to pull in a little bit of the gold. So it might be that I just put it, I don't know if I like it like that or not. I have to see. Okay, I have to save those. All right. Well, moving on. This is what I want to focus on right now. So I'm going to pour out some of these. All right. And then what we are going to do is I'm going to take a couple glue dots. Oops. And those are pretty like sticky. All right. What I want to do is do a couple glue dots at the end of the rainbows and put some of these. So I'm going to take 2 of the glue dots. And now I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. And basically, I'm just going to pick that up and put it right there. And I'm going to put them all down. All right. So now let's add our sentiment here. So I am debating here if I want to do this or not. If I want that gold, there. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment to the left, to the right, and then I think we might cut it to align it. So let's do that. So all of those, let's do thinking of you. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's do just a very small. Let's see. What do you guys think? How about for someone extra special? Let's do that one for someone extra special. I think I like that one. And we are going to use our, I think we'll just use the black for this. I was looking for the secret C, you guys, to be super honest with you, but I can't find it here. All right, so for someone special, we'll just stamp that right there. Here we go. And now I'm going to look and see exactly kind kind of where I might need to trim that down. So I'm, you know, kind of right there. So we'll just move this off to the side. And we'll go ahead and take off, thinking about a 1/2 inch there. We'll start with that and see if that is enough on our, and then we'll bring this back over, and nope, we can take just another maybe 1/4 inch off. I think I could pop it up, but I think I want it to go right up against that. So let's take off, what about another 1/4, you know, because we don't need a lot of that white space either. So here we go. And we'll just put this right like that. Oh, I'm liking it. Okay. So this, I'm gonna glue this down because I don't want, we have the dots, which I could conceivably make larger as well. But we'll just put that right like that. And now it looks like it's kind of tucked in under the card. And I think that looks very, very nice. What do you guys think? So all the sparkles. Wow, getting our little things on the bottom of our card took a while. You guys will not be seeing that on the video. I think I will cut all that out because who wants to watch Debbie struggle? All right. Well, there you have it. I think, oh, we need a little, well, we'll put a piece of white inside our card, a piece of basic white. And then that way our card will be completely finished. So let me grab. And one of the things, you guys, I'm starting to do with the inside pieces is I'm actually cutting it down to like 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And it kind of allows me to get more, obviously more pieces right out of my piece of cardstock. But I also find sometimes that we just we don't need that big piece of white. And this looks beautiful just in there with the larger margin. So you could get 8 pieces of inside cards. If you do 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, then you'll get 8. I think it's 8 pieces. I think it's 8. Might be 6. Now that I'm saying that out loud. I'm not sure. All right. Okay, you guys, there you have it. I think it needs something else. I'm not sure what, but we might end up adding a piece of ribbon here to it as well. So let's see. Little piece of ribbon, maybe not. Little bow. Let's see if we tie a little bow here, maybe. This bow is, this ribbon is just, it's beautiful. It came in all of the in colors. So for the 2025-2026, and it's beautiful ribbon. It's easy to tie. So let me see if we put a little bow on there somewhere. Maybe if we get a little something. Oopsie. I'm not the best like bow tire either, as you guys can see. One side went down, one side went under, but that's okay. But you know what? I think I'm going to put that little bow right there. I think I like it. Okay, now we're done. All right, you guys, day 3, we are done. We are done. We will see you back tomorrow. And we will, oops. Let me get that on there. We'll see you back tomorrow for day 4. And if you guys have any comments, questions, things that you think we should add to the cards, I would love to know. So here are our 3 projects so far. It's getting exciting because pretty soon we're not going to see our table, are we? But there they are. Let's figure out which one's your favorite, which one you like the best. So I'm thinking, I like this. But yeah, we'll have to see. All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.